Okay, so this is my workflow, right? Working in post-production, there are a few things that I have learned to do, especially when you're working with like a wide array of footage, and especially doing videos that require multiple takes. I have recorded about 5 different videos today. It was 2 podcast episodes, 1 music video, 1 skit, me versus me, and also this. I'm just going to take y'all along the journey and see how it goes, right? So I record on OBS. OBS is what y'all can't see right now. I have a hard drive. It's called AnoraEdits. I go into that. Whatever I save from OBS, it goes automatically to my unconventional podcast folder. Honestly, that's just the place where it goes. I just go with the flow majority of the time and then get rid of the footage that I don't use anymore. So these right here are really the most recent recordings, but I figured me versus me would be the easiest. These two would be the easiest to go ahead and pull and kind of show you all my workflow, especially when it comes to post-production, because that is an edit heavy project. And for those of y'all who really want to know how to edit using Final Cut Pro, like just to give y'all a brief synopsis. So this right here is my library, right? And it's called Unconventional K. I haven't renamed it yet since I renamed my channel, but everything is in my channel, it goes in this library, right? And within this library, you will see all of my concepts, but they are identified as events. So since we're working with me versus me right now, I'm going straight to that event. Now, within this event are projects, and this is project 1, 2, 3, and 4 that I've been currently working on. So now I want to add yet another project. First, I have to go to import, go to my hard drive, then go to my setup folder, upload the 2 most recent. That's not recent. Me versus me. I can tell by the backdrop because I designed the set. That video should be up there somewhere. And I import selected. No! Not enough disk space. Usually when that happens, somewhere within one of these libraries, I have way too many render files. So I take the render files and just throw them away. Yep, just throw them away. Now, personally, I know that I've racked up render files for me versus me because, like I said, those are edit heavy projects, so they render a lot. And then once the trash is empty, then I go right back to that library to get the info on it, to see how big it is. And it's currently 20.3 megabytes. I didn't even know how big it was before, but I know the render files usually take up a whole lot of space. Let me check this library if it will show me. 7.8 gigabytes. Boom. So now that those render files are deleted, now let's go back, get info. It was like 7, and now it dropped 6 gigabytes. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I always go straight for deleting render files first. So now that the videos have clearly imported because they're showing in the media section, now I need to create an actual project for it. So I go to File, New, Project. And here is where I, do all the specs depending on what kind of order I want it to go in. I'll just go ahead and put the number next to it, underscore. And I don't know whether to call this grace or compassion, but just to be on the safe side, we all need a little bit more grace. I like the format to be in 4K. Everything else seems about right. And actually, no, this is a vertical video, so I have to switch it to vertical. I think with it being vertical, I think I do want to do the 1080 to 920. Save it, boom, and now it has transformed into a vertical file, right? And from there, I take the newly recorded videos, select them both, drag and drop into the timeline, and from here I actually need to scale them both This part of the process is really what I want to harp on or hone in on, is really just making sure that the files are imported correctly, that the composition is correct. So making sure I am all the way zoomed in and centered, and then also leveling the audio, because sometimes, because I'm not monitoring my own audio as I'm recording, I have to go into post and, you know, kind of level it out so they both can match. And then also color correcting, because I'm recording on my phone, there are limited specs when it comes to, you know, correcting the color, increasing or decreasing the exposure, and all those other amazing things. These are some intricate things that I can't really do outside of Final Cut Pro. So these are the things that I want to make sure I do if I were to move it to, you know, my iPad or my phone to do like some other quick edits, then I would at least do the heavy lifting in Final Cut. So this is my workflow when it comes to, you know, building out an edit. And, you know, it's a reel. It's a reel, but it's going to be, you know, a quality reel. It's going to be a quality reel.